typical. Body of a dominance, that's so typical. Tail like a
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Fighting through at the 25. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Room here to run. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devon Achane, 65 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics car that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Alec Pierce, 31 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
73 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a first down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
77. Come on.
And run for it on first and goal. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step the other.
That one good for 21 against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Off play action. Brown.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's go now. 65 check. Hiking. Hey, go.
Looking to throw. Brown. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Back to the ground, Achane. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks' 18-yard line.
Here's Brown, operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his open man, it's Carr. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They'll go. Achane.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Theo Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Alert!
It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll change things up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Second down and 3, ball on the 7th. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Reload, Broncos, check, Panther. Here we go. Hey.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. Third and goal. Now back to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
Fielded just inside the 20. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Stiff-armed him. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Achan is in. Touchdown, Arizona. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Seahawks.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Seahawks 23.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Brown. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
On the jump. Ready.
Brown now. A final shot before break.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce.
And it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Action back underway. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49.
Let's go now.
First and 10.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 41. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Operating from the gun. Brown. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. Down to the 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
33. Cardinals 28.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Off the play fake. Brown. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and 4.
19 Lions. Come on, come on. Hey, pack the shit. 79 Broncos. Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun. Brown. Again, it's Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Cox. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. Brown. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 2.
35. Seahawks 33.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jones now on the return. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Into space at the 45.
He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They got 29 yards that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Brown. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
on the double.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 seconds.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
And every time I see one of these plays occur, I always think to myself, it takes a quarterback not only with a strong arm, sometimes with great mechanics, great footwork, obviously good vision, and sometimes just one of those to complete this type of a pass. Back against the grain, all the way across field, and sometimes you catch the defense just not believing you can make that throw.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to 16. Now a handoff up the middle. Bullard. And stopped after only a yard, taking it down to 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
A 6-yard pickup.
2nd and 4. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle they go. It's Cox. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Brown. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Brown. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still way short of what he needed.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final state.